Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, fortunately she had a niece. No way to avoid asking my wife an insulting question. Capital 1. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Fortunately she had a niece. I do not work in tech support. I did, however, spend this spring volunteering to file people's taxes, and since some of these people are on the elderly side, you would be surprised, or maybe y'all in particular wouldn't, how many of them don't own a computer and don't trust the technology nonsense. I ended up doing more tech support than I ever thought I would need to. This particular day starts as usual. I log on to Zoom and the website we use to organize clients, get assigned 2 people to call about their documents in an hour's window, and go to work. One of the 2 has a dependent and checked some boxes, but doesn't have the corresponding documents, while the other, an older woman, appears to have her relatively simple documents in order. I call client number 2, I'll call her auntie first because I decide she will be faster. To be fair, the call starts at a good pace, even though auntie decides let me go through some questions with you means read off random lines of information from your documents before I can say anything. At least, until she mentions a document that I don't have. That's fine, she can send it later, we'll move on. But then there's another missing document. And another. 3 documents I need and don't have. I ask if she has a computer, as I have already learned that this is not a universal constant. She says yes. I continue with the provided script and tell her I can send her a link for her to upload. I ask if she knows how to do that, again a learned non-universal constant. She laughs like I've said something funny. I don't know how to download, let alone upload, she tells me. She suggests mailing them. I ask her to hold on a sec and type a desperate message to the site lead. The lead gets back to me and says no, the documents must be securely uploaded via the provided link. It is now 40 minutes into my hour time slot. I tell him I'm gonna need him to reschedule my other client, and the one for the next hour just to be safe, and return to auntie. Auntie is going to need to take pictures of the documents with her phone, get those pictures to her computer, and then get them uploaded via the link I emailed her. I am going to have to guide her through this site unseen over the phone. I am out of my depth, but fueled by the spirit of volunteerism. Auntie is likewise fueled by the desire not to do her own taxes. We can, probably, do this. First I have to hang up for 10 minutes because she doesn't know how to take photos and call someone at the same time. This gives me some time to formulate a game plan. When I call her back, I ask if her phone has Wi-Fi. According to her, no. I am highly skeptical about this. But rather than argue, I move to plan B. I ask her to find her phone charger and see if the cable can unplug from the part that goes into the outlet. I had to explain it several different ways before she got it, but the delighted realization in Auntie's voice when she found out the end of the cord that doesn't go in her phone could connect it to her computer was pretty motivating. Now that Auntie has the phone connected, I have to walk her through navigating her computer to upload the pictures. Frankly, I do about as terrible a job at this as she does describing her screen to me. All hope seems lost until she utters these magic words as she systematically lists off the contents of her desktop in hopes of somehow finding the pictures there. Something called TeamViewer. Oh. My niece installed this thing called TeamViewer for me when she set up this computer for me. Can we use that? Yes, Auntie, yes we can. It might be against regulations, but I am now an hour and a half into this call and emotionally invested in seeing this through, better to ask forgiveness and all that. Again, it took a few tries for her to get me connected, but we got there. Now that I can see her screen, the finish line is in sight. Only, when I click on her phone, it shows me an empty folder. Clicking out and clicking back and doesn't change it. Having her disconnect and reconnect the phone doesn't change it. I don't know what's happening, and frantically Googling the type of phone she has gives me nothing. It's the last thing I want to do, but I'm about ready to tell her she'll have to go to an in-person site to upload her documents. There's this message on my phone asking me if I want to share with this device. Should I do something about that? she abruptly asks me like a welcome clue by 4 to the back of the head. Oh. Right. That's a thing I forgot you needed to do. Yes, Auntie, please click yes for me. Yes, also on the computer. Fortunately, that was the last difficult step. I got Auntie's pictures uploaded while she told me all about how her family got her this computer since her old one was slowing down, and I told her an explanation of what I was doing that went in one ear and out the other. I know this because the pictures she first took were too blurry to be used, and when I asked her if she wanted to try uploading them herself the second time around, she loudly and panically declined before I could finish my sentence. After we finished up, she thanked me for bearing with her. I told her I was happy to help, and I was. Auntie happily went on her way with a story to tell her niece and all her documents in order to file her taxes. I went away with a story to tell all of you, and a newfound appreciation for elderly women's nieces. No way to avoid asking my wife an insulting question. As possibly unnecessary background, I live mostly in Cleveland. Just before the pandemic, my wife started a job she loves in Washington, D.C., so we got her an apartment there. Original plan was to rent for a year, discover neighborhoods, etc., then consider buying, but ahem, 2020 ahem. Because I can't do anything the easy way, and trying to play Jeopardy together in real time any other way had some major synchronization issues. I have a site-to-site VPN and a Cisco video conferencing codec on each end, so any of the video sources, including the 3 TiVos, in Cleveland can be watched and controlled from DC with near zero latency. Given that there are 12 pieces of programmable/configurable equipment between source and display, not to mention the fun that can be had with IP routing, VPNs, QoS, etc. I have occasionally broken things, but thankfully, it's usually pretty obvious. But I've been away on business and haven't made any changes, so I was a little surprised to have my phone vibrate. Text from wife: I seem to have lost access to TiVo. No big deal, I can watch other things. Just wanted to let you know. Oh. Also, the Wi-Fi just had her second COVID shot and the side effects are hitting her almost as bad as the second one hit me, so must make her as comfortable as possible. Me, you can't see any of the 3? What lights are on the codec? Her, nope. Just the usual green lights. I've tried selecting different sources with no change. Me, okay, let me take a look at a few things here. I do the dutiful checks. I can see all of the TiVos in Cleveland, the codec is online, as is the video processing on my end of the circuit. VPN is up. No alarms. In short, everything looks perfect. So I call my wife to try to get to the bottom of it. Me, still not working? Her, nope. Can't see anything from Cleveland. Me, Can you disconnect and re-establish the call on the codec? Her, yeah, I did that, but I'm not even seeing the clouds. For those not familiar with the default wallpaper on a Cisco C-Series codec is a blue sky and clouds affair. Me, You're sure you have a green light on the front of the codec? Any red or yellow? Her, yeah, I'm looking right at it. 2 green lights. Nothing else. Me, and, just because I'm out of easy ideas, to ask the stupid question. Are you sure the TV is on? Her, silence. Her, it is now. Thanks for fixing me, love. Me, you should go to bed. Capital 1. I work as Tier 2 support for an organization. During COVID, a lot of our people have been teleworking. We also use smart cards for login. Customer calls in because they can't log into their computer. I can't remote to it until it's on the VPN. This was on March 30th. M equals me, C equals customer. Okay, so what happens when you type in your PIN? C, it says no valid certificate found on this smart card. What's the expiration date on your smart card? C, March 2021. Well, that means it expires sometime during March. It could already be unusable. C, I thought I had until the end of March. Maybe, but it doesn't seem that way. I'm going to give you a workaround to get on the VPN and the computer without your smart card, and you'll have to use your username and password. Do you know your password? See, no. Because we primarily use smart cards, people never remember what their password is. No biggie. That's fine. I'll set you a temporary one. Okay, your password is temporary 123. Click on the VPN icon on the sign-in screen, click the option for no smart card, and enter your username and that password. See, okay. Cue keyboard noises and sighs and questioning sounds here. It's not working. Wanting to verify I created the password correctly. Okay. Let me check here quickly. C's account is locked. Just in case, I reset password to that same thing again, and check the box to unlock the account. Okay, try it again. See, okay. More keyboard noises and sighs and questioning sounds here. It's still not working. Checks again and sees account locked. Unlocks account. Again, okay, this is a cell phone number I have, right? See, yes. Okay, I'm going to type out the username and password in a font that is very clear, take a picture with my phone and text it to you. Just to make sure we're on the same page. Sends text. See, yes, that's what I'm typing. Okay. Please try one more time, very slowly. I hear her start typing and mumbling what she's typing as she goes. C, caps lock, T, caps lock, EMPORARY 1 2 3, caps lock, 1, caps lock. Wait. What? Are turning caps lock on to do the exclamation point? C, yes, it's like a capital one, right? No, you have to use shift and the 1 at the same time to get the exclamation point. C, oh, that worked. Awesome. At that point I was able to remote in and check her certificates that had expired a week earlier. She had been off for a week and a half, so she didn't have the problem till she came back. Gave her all the necessary exemptions to work, and had her contact her supervisor to get a new card.